Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 4WCB stream hijinks. We are in losers bracket round 1 in round of 16 weekend between Colombia, the number 30 seed, and United Kingdom, the number 19 seed. Very different paths in their first matches of this tournament. United Kingdom took the 14th seeded Romania all the way to a tiebreaker before losing that match. Meanwhile, Colombia, in their first ever appearance in any World Cup past qualifiers, were soundly defeated 5-0 at the hands of Poland. So they will look to avoid the somewhat ignominious fate of losing 10 straight maps to be eliminated from a tournament today in this matchup. Hoping for their sake that they can make that happen. You don't ever want to see a team go down without winning, a single point. And you know, they've got some decent players on the team. They have people who should be able to make it happen. Leader Carlos Flo, of course, has been around the block once or twice. We'll look to lead them to at least 1 point in this match, but United Kingdom looking to be just the stronger team on paper. Qualifier results, last week's scores, etc., all taken into account. But we will see what happens as we begin our way, wending our way through this matchup. Will be Team Colombia winning the roll, and sooner or later they'll select if they want to pick or ban first. We do have, of course, ongoing on the main stream at 4WCB, as opposed to 4WCB2, because these things don't need to make sense, do they? Taiwan versus Russia in a tiebreaker. So that's going to be an exciting one to keep an eye on, see which of those teams can advance into quarterfinals for a date with, I believe, this is off the wrong order, hang on. A date with Poland or Romania. So that one's a good one. Hopefully this one can live up to the hopes and dreams of two entire nations in the 4-digit scene. Will be Colombia opting second ban, UK opting second pick. As we get into then our ban phase. Seen a decent variety of bans, and by a decent variety of bans, I mean everybody seems to be banning No Mod 5. Several teams are banning Free Mod 3, the Speed, and the really, really weird Free Mod. A couple of popular bans so far this stage. So I've been seeing some reading bans here and there, but only one ban per team, and only 4 matches so far. It gives us not a gigantic sample size, but there is going to be that hidden 2 banned out by the United Kingdom, so that will be the low AR hidden pick removed. There are players out there who feel it is quite difficult for this stage. There are others who are reading specialists who probably think it's easy, because that's kind of how that skill set just goes. As we await the Colombia ban, which perhaps a Nomad 5 ban, just because that's been the thing to do. Let us see what it will be. Wait. And wait some more. I'm gonna just peek in at the tiebreaker in the other match. Oh, unfortunately, they have not started yet. So there's nothing to peek in on. Colombia, you're banned, please. Please, guys, I'm begging you. Just ban a map. Whatever you want to ban. I don't even care. Just ban it. Sooner or later, they're going to reach the point of losing their ban, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head what the timer is for that, if it's 1 minute 30 or 2 minutes. But I feel like we're getting to that point. This is something of a pitfall, I feel, for teams that don't get into World Cups, or don't maybe play quite as many tournaments. which is organization in pick and ban phase. MC teams having trouble knowing what they want to select. And there, finally, it is going to be the free mod 3. So we get low AR hidden ban from the United Kingdom. We get the just weird map. It's described on the sheet as schizotech, and that's really not an understatement. This map is Bizarro World. It's YFBMP. I guess that kind of comes with the territory. The guy just doesn't map normal stuff. And it will be the first pick to Team Colombia to get this match underway. Let us see what their pick will be. Now that the Nomad 5 is available, maybe somebody will pick that. I actually kind of just want to see this Nomad 2 and stuff. That'd be nifty. What are the stats in this? Taking their time on this pick as well. It gives me time to see their stats. Let's see. So last week, Colombia got 16th on the Nomad 2. They're kind of towards the bottom there. 19th out of 20 on the Nomad 5. What else were they there? They did get 4th on the DT3, so possibly a DT angle in this pool as well for them. Bursty DT1 and a finger control DT2, so you can see a world where they maybe like this DT2 as well. It is pretty finger control heavy. 10th out of 14 on the free mod 2. 8th out of 8 on the hidden 2. Yeah, I'm thinking they might just want to... I don't know. It's always difficult, right? And like, it's hard to not sound dismissive of a team, but when they just don't have good results, it's hard to try to compare those week over week to get a good feel for what they might want to pick, because they just weren't that great on much. But I'm kind of just going to be operating off of that 4th place on DT3 last week being by far their best result relative to the rest of the field. So, you know, maybe they pick into DT some more this week, with that being something that they might feel a little more comfortable on. And it is going to be DT1. So we are going to get Love Your Enemies first pick here from Team Colombia. That is our very bursty, high BPM DT pick for the round. It's 278 BPM, highest BPM map in the pool by a pretty considerable margin. Nomad 2 being 210, Nomad 5 being 230, and DT2 being 243. So this is the map that's going to challenge your tapping the most and your speed the most. And so we'll see if Colombia can make it work for them as we load in here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I genuinely don't know who they're likely to put in as their roster for this map. I'm sorry. Last week on the DT, they had Carlos Fell, Gould, Fell, and Warb Osu on DT3. So possibly that could just be their tapping roster. Let me look at the Nomad 2 as well, since they played that also, I believe. Gould, Carlos Flo, J1X, and Yoari. But that one was a pretty low BPM, so I would suspect this to be more similar to their DT roster. You know, United Kingdom, of course, played a lot of maps. Did get 5th on last week's DT2, which was Tweaker, which was a pretty tapping intensive pick as well. So a team that should be more than capable of performing okay on this, which is a bit faster, but still within that tapping wheelhouse. Carlos Flo, Warb Osu. I don't know why I can't say that right. Carlos Flo, Warb Osu, Yoari, and Gould. Is that Gould or Gold? Somebody who knows can find out. I don't know if we have... I mean, it's 2 O's, right? So it should be Gould, but it might not be Gould. I don't have a note on that, so I'm not really sure. On the other side for UK, Mistrality, Hazuki, Dr. Skill Issue, and Velcro Shoes. So he's going to be sticking to the ground. That's the roster for that side. And we get underway. Map number 1 here, Colombia versus United Kingdom. Best of 9, first to 5, round of 16. Losers bracket round 1. Loser of this match will be eliminated from the tournament. Winner goes on to next week to face an as yet undetermined opponent, I believe. We're just going to play some tapping, man. It's going to be pretty fast. It's going to be very bursty. It's going to be decently long as well. This pick, 2.5 minutes after DT, which for the type of map it is, I think kind of can feel a little longer than it maybe is on paper, just because you're consistently having to play these fast bursts the entire way. Early breaks from Warb, from Yoari, from Hazuki, and from Dr. Skill Issue, as well as Mistrality. It is Carlos Flow and Gold with the full combos for Colombia, Velcro Shoes with the FC for the United Kingdom. And it's going to be Colombia to take a little bit of a lead here. Some struggles on the accuracy for Warb and Yoari. United Kingdom getting the upper hand in that regard, so it will help maintain a little bit of a score lead despite the combo differences. Mistrality and Dr. Skill should building up some sizable recovery combo as well. 1/3 through here. Just about 50,000 score lead in favor of United Kingdom, looking to sort the early break point out for themselves here, but Carlos Flow and Gold would like to have something to say about that. Warb and Yoari are going to need to help them out a little bit as well, but that score gap shouldn't get any too big too fast. Skill Issue and Mistrality, though, making a good effort here for UK, while Velcro Shoes maintains the FC with the highest accuracy in the lobby. Still have to way to go, though. Minute of the map remaining. Gold and Carlos Flow on the double FC, Yoari and Warb recovering as best they can. The recovery combos from United Kingdom a bit better, and the FC higher act than either FC on Colombia. 82,000 points in favor of the Brits. Can they continue? Need to keep holding for some time here. That lead is not over by any means, but a break from Yoari, that's going to be big for Colombia. They now are lacking some of that backing combo that they really needed to maintain. And the United Kingdom just continues onward, the lead 200k. Mistrality with the break on the big combo, but I think it might be all too little, all too late here if you're rooting for Colombia to get this point. As Gold falls with the FC, Velcro Shoes still matching Carlos Flow, and that will do it for this one. It's going to be a first pick to the United Kingdom despite triple breaks near the ending here. Not enough combo on the side of Colombia to bring this back despite Carlos Flow's FC. Mentioned him as being the best player on that side and the leader of that team, and you can probably see why that may be the case, but unfortunately he has been outdone on this occasion by Velcro Shoes, who also will drop the FC for the United Kingdom and lead them to the 1-0 advantage with the break point to start things off. 99.17 AC, well done to him, and that is a break point to start things off just as you would have wanted if you are a supporter of the United Kingdom. As our other match has ended on the tiebreaker, going the way of Russia in the upset win over Taiwan, which will allow us to welcome in Exia, who was commentating that match and is able to quickly swap over to this one. Good afternoon, Mr. Exia.
Yeah, that was a very intensive match. Got some combos on that Taiwan versus Russia Federation match that happened. A couple combos went into Russians' advantage, and tiebreaker was gained by them with the upset seed 11 versus seed 6. And now we're getting straight into our losers bracket match, Colombia versus United Kingdom. So we already see the pre-mod 3 and hidden 2 ban, and as well as DT1 winning United Kingdom with a break point.
Yep. Yeah, I was talking, before you got here. United Kingdom, just the higher seed, higher skill cap on paper, going to kind of be expected to be successful in this match. Early break point will attest to that a little bit more as well. First time Colombia's ever gotten into a World Cup at any level, as far as I'm aware. World Cup 3WC, 4WC. They may have gotten into like 5WC or 6WC. I quite frankly don't pay attention to those tournaments. But looking to at least put a not sorry. Couple early breaks here on this pick. It's going to be Matt and Sync to fall, Gould and Fell also. So Carlos Fell, Jakuru, Fluffy, and Faint. I'm sorry, it's fault. It's his fault. Jakuru is going to be the next to break already early on. This is a pretty lengthy one, almost 4 minutes, so you've got your time to kind of strap in and settle down and get comfortable with the pick, but a lot of players struggling quite a bit, as Carlos Fo, the only full combo left for Colombia, Fluffy, the only FC left for the UK, but they do have 2 big recovery combos on Matt and on Sync. Meanwhile, it struggles from Colombia as Fell is, oh wow, he's down at 96 AC and has broken, I don't know, 5 times already, unfortunately. And UK going to try to do what they can to make up a bit of a lead, but Fluffy and Faint have broken multiple times as well, so not getting the advantage that they maybe could out of this pick as of yet.
Gonna be just straight 2 FCs. Oh.
We're just breaking. We're just missing everywhere.
Welcome to alt. Yeah, alt map's just common and just breaks everywhere. See it all the time. Fortunately, going to be that case for Colombia. Where are we breaking? Unfortunately, Fell just finding more breaks right there. The mental possibly not there. Falto as well, but Matt and Sync want to continue to the FC is 99.6% on Sync, as well as Fluffy breaking on the snap. A little bit of combo just for Colombia, the rebuilding combos from Carlos and Gould. It's not going to be enough to contest with the 2 FCs currently from United Kingdom. So right now, United Kingdom in the driver's seat, just really comfortable.
Yeah, Matt and Sync, I think both broken like the first 50 combo of the map, but have been holding ever since then. And that will build a pretty decent lead for the United Kingdom. 200k in their favor on this map so far. And just continuous breaks from a lot of the other players in the lobby. Gould and Fell blitzing once more. Fluffy broke again. There goes Fell again. I am a little bit surprised that they're having as much trouble as they are, but I suppose it can happen. There goes Jakuru again as well. And just not combo to speak of on the side of Colombia. Once you get past Carlos Flo, Fluffy is breaking, quite a bit as well, but Matt and Sync just hanging out and chilling with the near FCs and good accuracy as well. Just a couple hundreds dropped by Sync. And as we come into the last third to quarter of the map, it's a 400k lead. I mean, this one's pretty well done with at this point. There's a bunch of breaks, but Faint holding on to a near 600 combo is going to be more than enough to be very, very comfortable in that.
Yep, 450k. Going to be the pick from United Kingdom, getting be slotted, consolidating on that break point. First pick on Colombia, DT1 didn't go their way, and as well as number 3, fortunately an opportunity to get that break point, and just a couple of misses, couple of unfortunate uncomfortability on this kind of map. The snap is not really comfortable for Fell, as you can see, the aim is not there for this kind of map. Carlos as well, finding really kind of messy breaks, I'd say. Sync and Matt just holding on to those huge combos, plus some great hack. I mean, Sync out at 99.3%, as well as Matt out at 98.5%. Teammates not far behind on the 97-96, but that's going to be the map. And United Kingdom up 2-0 with a huge lead as Colombia has the next pick.
Yeah, just outclassing their opponents on both the first 2 picks were the United Kingdom. Just had better scores on almost everyone than any member of the opposition, right? The only player on United Kingdom lower than any of the 4 scores on Colombia was Fluffy, who struggled a little bit, but the other 4 all better than any of the scores on Colombia. Just gives you an idea. A little bit of a one-sided matchup on that particular pick. Not a skill set that worked out well for Colombia at all. Makes sense as to why United Kingdom went into it. Now Colombia with their own pick to come. Did first pick the DT1. I think they could stay in the DT pool or the tapping kind of mechanics in general. If they want to go with maybe a DT2 here, maybe even a Nomad 2, could be a couple of options. Seems like, I mean, they only played 5 maps in their last match, but their best score by a pretty gigantic margin was on a DT map that was tapping based. So, I'm just working under the assumption that means it's a good skill set for them.
Yep, it's gonna be, I think, one of these tapping maps. I don't think they shy off anything else. DT3 is basically the DT1 actually. It's not that ulti, I'd say. I think people can get away on that map with single tapping for the DT3, so that's not going to be possibly the map for Colombia. I think you're just hoping for easy breaks on United Kingdom. I mean, you're going to be picking on Nomad 2, Nomad 5, DT2. You're expecting yourselves to have good performances, but not spectacular ones. But you're going to be expecting, I mean, praying that United Kingdom just finds these really stupid breaks on some of these really easy patterns. But yeah, Colombia taking their time with this one. I think the timer is close to be reaching our limit here, and there hasn't been a pick yet. So it's going to be that Nomad 4, a map I didn't even expect to happen, to be picked from them.
Boy. Yeah, I mean, again, like, not a lot of data on this team because they only played 5 maps last week. You'd have to go back to qualifiers to really find anything useful to compare to, I think. The thing to me is, right, if you're in a matchup where there is, generally speaking, a somewhat notable skill discrepancy between the teams, I feel that picking gimmick is almost always a bad idea. Because better teams, on average, trend to being better at gimmick. You might be able to get a point on something like a Nomad 1, for example, from a better team just randomly missing on it. But on a map like a tech map or a reading map, it feels like a lot harder just because the scores are lower in general, so the variance is smaller. And I don't know. I don't remember offhand what kind of map was what in qualifiers, but if Nomad 4 in qualifiers was a tech map, Colombia got 39th on it. And the United Kingdom got 34th. So these are just, I guess, teams that don't like tech, assuming that that was a tech map there. I really don't know offhand. Which it was, I think. I don't really know what we're doing here. We're just picking bangers, quite honestly.
At least we're going to be listening to bangers. But yeah, the qualifier, this map was a slider tech map, a little considerably comparable to what we have here in our round of 16 pool. This map has some slider streams, some build up, some flow. I think the awkward aim in some of these mid sections do catch a lot of combo. As I was commentating Taiwan versus Russia, it had a lot of random breaks in these aim sections, so I think that's possibly a common place where people are going to break, especially in this base drop that you're currently hearing. This is where the slider aim is going to be really a huge aspect of this map. You're going to see the slider streams once again for another time in these kind of base drops as well. Lots of combo drops are going to happen in this map, so expect that a lot.
To me, this map looked pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Now that might just be, like just visually, that might just be because I'm not a super great tech player or something, but compared to a lot of maps in the pool, this one seems pretty hard. There's a couple of very difficult sections in the slider tech drops, so I do feel that if you're not a team that's super comfortable with tech, you are going, especially like if you're a lower seeded team, as I was saying, you're probably gonna struggle a decent amount with this map. So we'll see how the teams do. It's going to be Carlos Full Gould, Jakuru, and Fell, Hazuki, Sink, Feint, and Matt as we await the last gold players to hopefully load in. And Colombia is still looking for that as yet elusive point in this tournament. Trying to at least put one on the board. Maybe Nomad 4 is the way to do it. At least 1 point. That's all we ask for a starter. Just avoid getting being eliminated from the entire tournament without winning a map. So let's see if Nomad 4 is the place to do it.
Yep, map just starts off like this, but until we get done the first fifth of the map, you're going to see the build up, and that's when the map truly flaps its wings and gets started. It's going to be the build up currently right into it. Flow is going to be hit from all players except Matt. It's going to be triple break on the side of United Kingdom. So early combo advantage for Colombia as this is starting to ripple into effect of the elusive point that we've been talking about. But the base drop going to be the most important section of this map. That's going to be where the score cap is going to be absolutely in your face, and that's going to happen soon enough.
This is looking really good here so far for Colombia. Just the one break has happened. A couple misses from Fell. There goes Gould. but Carlos Flow and Jakuru still hanging on while there is virtually no combo on the side of the United Kingdom. Feint with a little bit of recovery, but that is all. Meanwhile, double FC for Colombia. And this is where things really do start to get challenging on some of these slider patterns, so it's well done to them to keep it going thus far. They already have a 200,000 plus scorer lead, and Carlos Flow is kind of off to the races here. With the FC still intact, only one in the lobby. No real backing combo for Colombia, but not a lot of combo on the side of the UK either, so it's not going to be the worst thing ever. And there go Hazuki and Sync again. And Colombia looking like they might be able to take their point here, because Carlos Flow showing finally hit the first chink in the armor, but it's already a 300k lead.
Yeah, I think the section is where you're going to find loads of breaks. Just Colombia, with Carlos's and Jakuru's combos that they had in a little bit of early section, and then a little bit of supporting score from Golden Fell, as well as the huge combo from Carlos that he had. Definitely going to be the win, I suppose. Just only a quarter of the map left, 300k in the lead for Colombia, and it's finally going to be a first point for Colombia. I mean, this map doesn't have anything else. I feel like this map doesn't have anything difficult, nothing too note-locky, so definitely going to be the win as Colombia gets their own pick. Gonna be up, it's gonna be down 1-2 with an opportunity to get a break point on United Kingdom to kind of tie this 2 apiece, but finally getting your point, definitely gonna have some confidence going into these next maps.
Gonna try to take some positivity out of this. Just, took them 8 maps in the tournament, but we will get on the board here. It's gonna come back a little bit toward UK at the end with that combo, but not nearly enough time, and there it is. So well done to Colombia. Their first time qualifying into the tournament, and their first point up on the board in the tournament comes a match, and well, in their second match. And well, maybe it's the start of something. Who knows? It's the United Kingdom though to pick next, and if they have another map like that Nomad 3 in terms of what they're capable of on it versus their opponents, they'll be in an okay spot regardless. So, breakpoint consolidation means you just have to find a couple more picks of your own to win the match the rest of the way through. Not really another true alt pick in the pool unless you count the DT3, so they won't have another map that's really just like what they picked before. But plenty of skill sets still available, plenty of options still available to them here with this second pick. And it's going to be the Nomad 5. We're going tapping, but it's going to be the UK doing it. Low-key, this is like just the most bland slot map in the pool, I feel. It's literally just infinite 230 BPM and nothing else at all.
Practically described what this map is. The ending section, or the last quarter of this map, is where the stamina is going to be most draining. Lots of shit misses happen in these snappy aim sections. Seen it quite a bit in the Taiwan versus Russia match. I think this is really much how you can describe this map. It's going to be that bland 230 BPM kind of stamina draining map. We only have one bit of information from Nomad 5 around 32. I mean, United Kingdom and Colombia basically 4,000 score apart from that Sasakure map that we had in round 32, with both of these teams being bottom 3 of this Nomad 5. So this is basically a map where it could go either way. There's nothing really that can tell who's going to really do comfortable on this. I mean, you can look at qualifier results, but this low SR that go into this kind of Nomad 5 really easy, no flow at all. So basically, accuracy gonna be an aspect in this Nomad 5.
Yeah, to me, looking at this Nomad 5, it really is like one of those kind of stereotypical Nomad 5s that we joke about, where it's like, the speed players will miss on the aim because there's 4-star jumps, and that's just funny. But if you can tap at a basic level, there's, like you said, virtually no aim requirement to the streams. It's really just the base ability to play 230 BPM for 3.5 minutes, having that speed and stamina. Kind of all you've got. all you got in this one. But we will get the players in, hopefully. Colombia low-key stalling this lobby like crazy every single map. Would be nice if they, respectfully, it would be nice if they sped things up just a little bit here. Feels like waiting on their picks and waiting on their players every map, but it happens. It's going to be Gould, Warb, Carlos Flo, and Yoari. Hazuki, Sync, Velcro Shoes, and Mistrality for the United Kingdom. United Kingdom looking to defend the break point as they are still up that advantage for the 2-1 lead. Looking to make it 3-1 here on this No Mod 5 pick.
I think a little bit of information that I left out is that in qualifier results, DT2 United Kingdom gets number 2 on that. So on paper, we have a little bit of information that United Kingdom is pretty favored in this kind of No Mod 5. That DT2 in the qualifiers was around the same amount of BPM. Not really, but 243 BPM. Kind of that stamina type map, mid-range tapping. So this is just, on paper, I already said United Kingdom already favored. But on the No Mod 5 that we saw for round of 32, both of these players landing at bottom 3 for this map. But this is a completely change of mapping style for this No Mod 5. I mean, that No Mod 5 that we had in round 32, way more aim than what you are seeing right now. Way more kind of flow sections, way more bursts. Excuse me, not way more bursts, but a lot more finger control in that round of 32 No Mod 5. So this could go either way, either way.
Well, we will lock in here and see how things go. No drops as of yet. No meaningful accuracy drops either, other than Hazuki being a little lower, down just below 97. There goes Yoari, though, down, dropping a whole bunch of AC and a bunch of 50s on that stream. All right. All right. The cheese has come. Carlos Flo and Yoari both struggling a lot with the accuracy. Gould will actually be the first one to break on their team with the highest accuracy by 2% on that side. That makes sense. As the other three just continue to drop back but hold combo. And look at the lead, 130k to the United Kingdom. There goes Warb as well, down to just 2 FCs for Colombia, 4 still intact for the UK. And generally speaking, looking a lot more comfortable with this style of map as well. 98s on Sync and Mistrality, 99 on Velcro Shoes, who's clearly a very strong tapping player based on the DT1 score. And Hazuki still managing to hold on to the FC despite the 96 AC as well. So UK just doing all right so far, through about a third, halfway, excuse me, nearly a 300k lead.
Easy combos for United Kingdom. Mistrality finding breaks. It's going to be 2 FCs, 3 in favor of United Kingdom. The accuracy, that's a 90% FC from Yari right now on Colombia. Carlos with a 93% as well. But the accuracy right now, it's a huge aspect of what this map is turning out to be. I mean, you have huge accuracy on Gold, but the combo break that you had score caps you so much. Like, you are in 300k with this amount of combo, with this amount of accuracy. It just brings your score down so much, as United Kingdom is still shredding. Sync find the break earlier, but 2 FCs to 2 with way higher accuracy as we get into the stamina draining part of the end of the map. Just United Kingdom written all over this map.
Yeah, especially with the Carlos Flo falling. Yoari still holding the remarkable achievement of an 87% actual combo, maybe within reach for them. But the score is going to be very heavily in UK's favor. Velcro Shoes is absolutely demolishing this map. Finally breaks on the linear jump pattern because, of course, you don't miss on tapping on a No Mod 5 if you're a tapping player. You miss on the aim, as I said at the beginning, and that's exactly what has happened to Velcro Shoes at the ending here. 2 misses on aim. Hazuki, though, looking to drop the full combo. No FCs otherwise left in the lobby, but UK is going to win this in a landslide. It's going to be 750k or thereabouts by the time all is said and done. And will Hazuki close out the FC? No, they will not. It's going to be a break in about the last 15 combo, unfortunately. So no FCs for anybody, but Hazuki will drop the top score, 97 AC, 2200 combo. Velcro Shoes, 99 AC, well done to them. And Colombia, yeah, I mean, they suffered. It's clearly not a skill set that they're quite as comfortable with.
That Yoari score might be the highlight of this map. I'm not even kidding. That is great. That is amazing.
It's something.
Once you see a B rank FC, that's when you start shaking. Anyways, Nomad 5. Yep, that's in the way of United Kingdom. Them picking that on paper, expected to go that way. So Colombia with the next pick. Let's see if there's any more stalling. Let's see if there's any picks that they have. I mean, on paper, everything you're getting outscored on. Everything is not in your favor. I mean, at Nova 4, maybe you can go something that Fremont 3, but they did ban it. So I don't see any maps that are really comfortable for them. I think you could possibly go something like the Hidden 1 that is considerably like a little aim control-y, that we saw some aim control aspect in Nomad 4. I think that's the only considerable map I have for them currently with the current skill set that they want on Nomad 4. Fremont 2 could be that map because of the gimmick that is currently slotted in, but if you're picking in against United Kingdom, which has better players for Hidden, which has better players for the Precision on Hard Rock, everything just feels like a uphill battle right now.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Colombia, but they are going to pick that Fremont too, so I guess they're listening to you. Crash, this is a 2009 map, except it was mapped in 2021. I don't know how they did it, but it basically just feels like a 2009 like grid snap flow alt patterns. And it's anti-mod, right? CS5 AR8 does have the easy multiplier, only 1.2 on easy because it is a pretty straightforward pick with easy. So I don't know if we'll necessarily see anybody running the easy on this, but Colombia just saying we want a gimmick E map in Nomad 4. It's a very different style of gimmick, but let's continue to pick gimmick. Maybe Carlos Flo is really good at this map, and they're just saying let's pick Carlos Flo maps because he's our best player.
Yep, and we're definitely gonna we're having the viewers from A stream hop onto the B stream. If you are just joining us, this Colombia versus United Kingdom, C30 versus C19, as Colombia down 1-3 with one breakpoint going towards the side of the United Kingdom. It is going to be that Fremont 2 that we are going into. I think you pretty much described everything in this map. Easy in this is just so punishing because of the 1.2 multiplier. I think the max score you get is like 600k if I'm correct. And the Kirby mix on this map, the Kirby mix style of this map really makes this map simple for the low AR players, really simple for the precision players. A lot of flow in these sections sometimes. But yeah, the Fremont 2, Colombia picks it. I do see this going towards the side of United Kingdom if I have to make a choice. But it could go either way considering the variables that have been shown out throughout this match.
Yeah, it doesn't feel super predictable the way the Nomad 5 did. This type of map is one that it's a little harder to know for sure who's going to do well on it. So we do see a couple GLHFs coming out, so I think we'll be getting underway. We'll get to find out what the mods are going to be on these players. Remember, you're going to have what, 3 mods per team, at least one hidden or easy and one hard rock among them. So it's going to be interesting to find out what everyone loads in with. If you're on an anti-mod, if you're a hidden preference team, you can go like a double hidden. If you're a precision preference team, you can go a double hard rock, but somebody's going to have to take the fall for the other mod regardless. So let's see here. It's going to be hidden on Jakuru, hard rock on Fel, and Carlos Flo, nomad on Uari. On the other side, we have hidden on Sync, hard rock on Fluffy and Mistrality, and it does appear nomad on Matt. As we get underway here, Colombia is still down that breakpoint, down the 3-1 advantage. So looking to avoid falling to match points down.
Yeah, the flow on the hidden is going to be absolutely kind of wrecking on these kind of combos. I mean, the flow on hidden is always going to be difficult. Hard rock on this going to make this precision flow really really spaced out for these. Loads of breaks everywhere on the screen. I don't think anyone on Colombia is really having possible good accuracy. I mean, Uari having this low accuracy performance that he's had on Nomad 5, translating into this free mod 2, is now continuing to shine. Only one FC on Colombia with a reverse choke on Spell, as two FCs on United Kingdom with Matt and Fluffy, as well as Sync with a combo of himself, but that's going to break real soon. And now it's one combo to one with Colombia as Fell breaks, 4-way breaks everywhere, and nobody's finding solid combo as we are nearing the end of the map.
This is a pretty quick one, already 2/3 of the way through, and as you said, just players breaking left, right, and center. It's effectively the 1v1 between Carlos Flow and Matt, but the problem is Matt has gotten more support from his team than Carlos Flow has from his. Some players really struggling on that side. Nobody else over, at that point, nobody else has been over 400k. Yoari just barely cresting 200k, and in fact dropping back down below it with the misses. So Carlos Flow FCing is unfortunately just not going to matter, as Matt is matching an FC even without the mod, which is just enough. And UK, better depth, better supporting cast. And they're going to take the point, and they're going to take another break point. It's matching FCs on Carlos Flow and Matt 4132, but the United Kingdom, just the superior scores across the team. And it ends up being a moderately comfortable win. And now 4-1 match points the rest of the way for the UK. Colombia, unfortunately, just lacking a little bit in the skill cap that they would need and the roster depth that they would need to make this a little more competitive so far.
NFC is not enough. Colombia dropping that point. It's going to be United Kingdom's next pick. Loads of maps you can pick from. I mean, I feel like you can pick anything, and you can just do well against Colombia. I mean, free mod 1. I forgot what the map is. Maybe the DT3 going into that consistency for DT. Hidden 1. I mean, I already said this before. Colombia picked the free mod 2, but the no mod 4 being considerably comparable to Hidden 1 by just the aim control and flow. United Kingdom, you could probably go for Nomad 2, as you absolutely destroyed Colombia on Nomad 5. So loads of picks, loads of variables, loads of choices, but right now United Kingdom driver's seat picks available. It's looking really good for them.
Yeah, and there you go. It's going to be that Hidden 1. I really anticipated this actually being the Nomad 2 or the DT2, quite honestly, but they're going to go somewhere completely different. They're going to go to the Hidden 1. It's actually just all very different picks from the UK in this match, right? They go Nomad 3, they go Nomad 5, they go Hidden 1. Just 3 completely different styles of maps for their 3 picks in this particular matchup. This Hidden 1 is the Silver map. Lots of kind of funky aim control, and that's, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of the name of the game on this one. Slow aim control.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the flow aim control for this map. I think this middle part is where the key eye is definitely the most important part of this map. Loads of doubles into a 1-note triples, if you understand what I'm saying for these kind of patterns. 9.5 AR makes this really doable for the reading, not going to be dense at all, but the OD 8.7 really note lockable territory that we are entering for this Hidden 1. 2 minutes in length, so as a minute flies by, you're definitely going to see some combo breaks. Breaking basically in the middle of this map is very possible, as the more intensive key eye section is in the middle of the map. So Hidden 1, United Kingdom pick, that's a really interesting pick, but in reality, it's going to be in your favor by a whole lot.
That's interesting. You know, I was talking with the Nomad 4 concept about, you know, a team with the higher skill cap often is better, like especially better on gimmicky maps. Didn't end up being true on the Nomad 4, but potentially could end up being true here on this pick. He did pan out the Hidden 2, so I don't know if just not because of the low AR Hidden, but I still think this definitely feels like it's a pretty UK favored map, as once more we await the last member of Colombia. It will be Fell as their 4th, joining Jakuru, Carlos, Flow, and Gould. UK running with Matt, Fluffy, Sync, and Faint as they look to close out the match. It would be a clean, comfortable 5-1 final score if they are successful on this pick. So we will get into it, loading in possibly for the last time in this match, though Colombia would like to make a liar out of me in that regard. As we head into Hidden 1, as XD mentioned, just 2 minutes long. It is not a consistency test. It is not going to give you a lot of time to breathe because you got to be solid with this map all the way through.
Pretty much the beginning of the map is showing the intro to what these patterns can be, and it's already kicking up into that style, the aim control, the flow. It's going to be implemented already. Accuracy advantage towards the side of Colombia on the score lead, but the 2 breaks from both players on both teams going to make this equal, but Colombia with a little bit of accuracy advantage, Matt finding more breaks. And I think Feint finding a little bit of a break there, but Gold's going to trade that back, so it is going to be 2 FCs to 2. Actually, it is going to be 1 FC on United Kingdom with a reverse choke from Fluffy. So Jakuru, Carlos Flo with both FCs at around 98%. Going to really make this interesting. If any more breaks happen, we'll be already arriving to the midsection of the map where the aim control aspect is going to happen after this aim control part. Ooh.
Yeah, that aim control on the on that wiggle stream can catch you. It was Fluffy, Feint, Gold, Fell, and Jakuru all breaking. Tink and Matt continue to hold for the UK. There goes Carlos Flo, and there may well go the chances of Colombia in this map, in this match, and in this tournament. As Sink and Matt continue to hold a third of the way to go. It's a basically full reset. It is, in fact, a full reset for Colombia. Sink holds, and United Kingdom out to 240k lead and growing. That's just going to do it. I know there's a quarter of the map to go, but unfortunately, I don't really see any way for Colombia getting back into this one. Not a lot of combo to speak of on that side. Not a lot of time, either.
You also have that 1 FC on Sinks, though. Absolutely shredding on the aim control map. I mean, cheesing the wiggles, as you should, as well. Yep, the 99.5% accuracy FC. Absolute insane stuff from him. Great score, but yeah, Colombia's run, it will be the qualifying factor, but unfortunately going to be swept in the round of 32, only getting 1 point, their glorious 1 point in the round of 16 against United Kingdom, and it will be the end of their tournament run, and that will be GG's for this match.
Yeah, just very well done to United Kingdom. Sink dropping the FC here on the Hidden 1 to put the exclamation mark on top of this match. So very well done to them on that score. Very well done to the United Kingdom overall in this matchup. A solid performance. Shoutouts Colombia, as we said, qualifying for the first time to a World Cup tournament. Did manage to avoid the 10-0 map deficit. Did get 1 on the board, so you've got that to hang your hat on. Go home knowing you tried your absolute best and were simply eliminated by a team that was playing better on the day. United Kingdom advancing onward into losers round 2. They will await the loser of the winners bracket match between Norway and France. So they will be waiting until tomorrow afternoon. That might be the last match of the round, or one of the last matches of the round at least, before the United Kingdom will find out their opponent in the next stage. And that is also getting on toward the end of our day here as well. I believe there's 1 match left on our Saturday match day here. In about an hour and 10 minutes, it's going to be Argentina versus Turkey, the 28th seed versus the 21 seed, another losers bracket matchup. That'll be back over on the mainstream, and then that'll be it for Saturday here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the matches so far in this weekend. Bunch more to come tomorrow, 8 matches on the Sunday docket. So make sure you're following both this stream and the main stream to know when all of those go live. And other than that, Mr. Exia, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you as well, T1G. We're going to close up the stream. Appreciate everyone watching. Definitely going to be mentioning the donations for the prize pool. To support your team, as well as getting your own flag for the supporting team. And I think are we sponsored? I don't remember.
I wish I knew more about the back end than I do at the moment, quite frankly. But prize pool donation on the Open Collective, linked in Twitch chat right now. Get a supporter banner as well if you support the tournament. So head over there if you'd like to help assist with the prize pool and everything that goes on in this tournament behind the scenes. And we will see you guys on mainstream in about an hour's time for the last match of our Saturday. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to United Kingdom, and we will see you later.
Goodbye.